Alright, what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper. So, the Revelations cutscene has just dropped, and of course, a lot of people are upset about this. They didn't like the ending. Now, we're here to talk about today how there might be either a second ending, or the super Easter egg is going to give us, some sort of alternate cutscene. And we actually have some information and some proof about this, how this could actually be a thing. But really quick, guys, before we get into this video, let's see if we can get 115 likes on the video. You guys always smash like. Let's go for 115 likes on this. And also, for anybody who has not seen the cutscene, it is on my channel. I'm not going to play in this video, but you can go and look at it. Just go to my channel, scroll down a little bit, you will find it, and it is on there. But I'm just going to assume that most of you guys have seen the cutscene anyway, so we're just going to go from there. Now, I want to take this back a couple of months ago when Black Ops 3 came out, and there's a certain cipher that I find really, really interesting, and it's still kind of pertaining to this, this sort of subject that we have here. Now, this one is actually in Shadows of Evil, and it reads as follows: although they have discovered the way, PRIMIS will fail. Now, we have had this cipher for a couple of months now, and we still don't really exactly know what it means. Like, this whole entire DLC season, it's never really been fully explained. I mean, we know what other ciphers mean now. Like, we didn't know what they mean at first, but obviously they've been explained now. Sort of like the one, the mountain must be searched for the frozen one. That was obviously talking about Dempsey and kind of hinting at towards Der Eisendrache, but this is a little bit different. So this cipher, I got to thinking about this the other day in terms of the Revelations boss fight. When you actually complete this, and then obviously you see the end cutscene with, they get set back to the PRIMIS stage, and they're just back in that cycle again, and it makes a lot of sense. Throughout Black Ops 3 Zombies, we've been following Richtofen throughout this entire insane journey going up to the, Revelations. We're leading up to this DLC 4 final battle here, and Richtofen has always had a plan in mind, right? We've heard this in every single map, and this is all he stresses, that he does have a plan in mind, and he's like kind of keeping it away from our characters, but also at the same time he's dropping little hints here and there. And if you think about that plan in terms of the cipher, this is the way, right? Richtofen knows, quote unquote, the way. The way is referencing the way to salvation, but the writer of the cipher makes a point saying that he knows that they know the way, right? Even though they have discovered the way, they're still going to fail. And so this becomes really, really interesting. It becomes the sort of thing where he's been like overseeing the group this whole time, and no matter what they do, it's not really going to matter in the end because they're just going to end up failing. So with all that being said, think about this in the terms of the Revelations boss fight. When we kill the Shadow Man, we see the cutscene. Monty sends us back into the infinite loop as the PRIMIS right after the Apothecon War, and everything's going to repeat itself again. We're stuck inside the cycle, so PRIMIS failed, guys. This is what the point I'm trying to make, is that PRIMIS did indeed fail, and we actually failed the boss fight. That's actually why we got the end screen. We didn't get a very satisfying cutscene. I believe that this, this boss battle here, we didn't actually complete, even though we think we did. This is the Easter egg, but this is not the super Easter egg. There is still more to be found, is the point that I'm trying to get across here, and we still have more kind of proof to talk about as well. So you guys will recall back to Mob of the Dead. If you guys have done the Easter egg, you'll know that there are actually two alternate endings. Now, there's actually no ending cutscene for this, but there technically speaking is two endings. If you are the group, the group of three besides the Weasel, and you end up killing Albert, then the cycle continues, and you're just kind of repeating that same thing over and over again. That's what happened in the events of Mob of the Dead. They killed the Weasel, so the cycle continues. Nothing is broken. But if you are actually the Weasel and you kill the rest of the crew, then the cycle is broken. And it actually lets you know that the cycle is broken. That was not supposed to happen. And so this is what got me thinking that we need to break the cycle, guys. Since we get sent to this infinite cycle by Dr. Monty, the way to succeed this and the way for PRIMIS to not fail is to break the cycle. The question is, how would we go about breaking this cycle? Now, I do have a couple theories, but I don't think that we can enact on them right now. And the reason being is because the only thing that happens is when a map drops for PlayStation 4, we have a lot of the Easter eggs, but not everything's on there. Sort of like, it's very similar to Spider-Bait with Zetsubo. We didn't have Spider-Bait right off the bat. When Xbox and PC actually got the drop, we got the updates and stuff, then Spider-Bait was able to, kind of be attained. And then also in Garage Kirby with the flowers and the candles, which is still yet unsolved. I don't think we could have solved that as soon as that dropped for PlayStation. We still had to wait on Xbox because we don't have all the Easter eggs in the map. So I don't know if this alternate ending cutscene is going to be until we actually end up getting this, but we can speculate right now about what to do when we do get there, when that time does come, because it's going to come up soon, but we need to start thinking about now how to break this cycle. Now, I don't think that we need to break the cycle by doing something completely different in the Easter egg, right? The Easter egg is going to run through pretty much the same up until the boss fight, I believe, and we're going to have to do something else in the boss fight, because the Revelations boss fight is actually really, really easy. If you guys haven't done this, it's really, really simple, actually. As long as you can kind of get past the initial Panzers and Margwas and stuff, it's really not that hard. You just got to throw the summoning key. Sophia will take down the Shadow Man's things, push him to the Apothecon, hit that Chronorium, and you're good to go. It's really not like there wasn't a wave thing like Nikolai's or like Intakios or Der Eisenrock, anything like that. There was no little wave sequence or anything like that, so we can do something else in the boss fight. But what is that exactly? Now, I definitely think it has something to do with the Wisp. Now, I know a lot of people have tried stuff, but I don't think it's time to start trying stuff. We can start thinking about what we're going to do, but I don't think we need to start enacting on it now because I don't think it's available yet. That's my opinions. I don't know, but we will see as that goes. But I definitely do think we do something with the Wisp, as we are learning a lot about this and what it can be used for. Obviously, Takio's Katana, 3 Pack-a-Punch weapons, a bunch of different uses for this, and I definitely think this could help us break the cycle in some way. But I think for right now, we just kind of need to start drawing up ideas and thinking about this before, you know, it kind of drops on Xbox. At the time you're making this video, Revelations has been just about a week old, and we still have a long time to go before it drops on Xbox, so we need to be thinking about what we can do to break this cycle, because I definitely think this is a possibility. And what I want to do is hear from you guys. Do you think this is a possibility? Do you think the super Easter egg is going to have a different alternate ending cutscene? There's going to be something else in which we break the cycle, maybe either killing Dr. Mani instead of the Shadow Man, and something else happens. I don't know, but we got to break the cycle somehow. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys did enjoy this, if you found this interesting, don't forget to leave a like. It's always really much appreciated. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.